In this video, I want to quickly talk about academic CV. It's one of the most important part of your academic document, which you should make sure you put some effort in it. Yeah, but people don't really pay attention to this aspect of the academic CV. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Hamed Lawal, or you call me H.O. Lawal. If this is the first time you're coming to this channel, kindly subscribe so you can get updates for my upcoming videos. I've made a lot of videos on Finland application, and I've mentored several people to come to Finland during the last application. Check through other videos on my motivation essay. If this is not the first time you're coming to this channel, welcome back again. Thank you so much for staying tuned to my channel and the support and everything. The application officers, they don't know you. So the best way they could tell who you are, what you have done, is through your academic CV. And your academic CV is different from your job CV. You've been applying to jobs in your country like Nigeria and Ghana, Sierra Leone, Congo, or different countries around the world. You've been applying to jobs with a particular CV, and this CV is getting you a lot of jobs, and you're happy that this CV is really the best. But when it comes to Finland application, you have to take note of these things that I want to mention in this video and make sure that you do it while you're applying. Try to learn from this video and do it. I did the same thing and I got an admission and I also got a scholarship. First thing is that we are in the 21st century era, and the artificial intelligence has taken over almost everything and has made job things to be easy for us. But we need to learn how to use the ChatGPT, the artificial intelligence itself, the machine itself. Otherwise, your documents will be trashed. This is because the admission officers, they are very intelligent, and at the same time, they use highly sophisticated softwares to screen documents. So if you've used ChatGPT or you use any artificial intelligence system to write your CV, you might be not lucky to get an admission, not to talk of a scholarship. So try as much as possible to be very wise when you are applying. I'm not saying you cannot use AI or ChatGPT, but you have to use it in a very sensible way, in a way that you use it to organize your writing and not to write for you directly. You are not copying and paste from ChatGPT. Try as much as possible not to use ChatGPT directly into your application. It's going to make the admission officers to trash your application. Because number two is that your CV, your academic CV, what you call an academic CV, is not well structured. Your academic CV has to be well structured. Your academic CV could be longer than 1 page, 2 page, 3 pages. I think my academic CV while I was applying to Finland application was about 3 pages. So it's not a big deal, but it has to contain these things I'm mentioning in this video. Number 4 is that you did not use the right standard of academic CV. Yeah, we can use any format, any standardized academic CV, but I personally recommend the Europass CV. The Europass CV is a standard CV system, CV creating system. You can use the system, the Europass website, to prepare your CV, and it will look like the standard way, what they are familiar with. Okay, so use the Europass. Okay, so that's the next one. And the next thing also, which I must mention about your academic CV, is if your academic CV is not in line. Because academic CV is not in line with the program you are applying for, it's going to be trashed. I have more than 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 academic CVs. When I was applying to the Finland application, I had about 3 to 4 different academic CVs for my application, because if I'm applying to education and learning, the CV I would submit must be in line with that program. If I'm applying to social exclusion, or I'm applying to climate action, or I'm applying to a different thing, my academic CV has to be in line with that program I'm applying for. So it's important to make sure that your academic CV is in line with the program you are applying for. Finally, your education should come first in your academic CV. Usually, your education and training, the section should always come first, followed by other sections. So the education and training would be your section where you talk about your what's it called, where you talk about your bachelor's or academic qualifications. You understand, and your CV should have these introductory parts. You should have the about section where you briefly introduce yourself. The introduction should not be copied from ChatGPT. ChatGPT can do all this for you, but you have to be very careful because when they place it into the screening system, it's going to highlight it that, oh, this person used ChatGPT. Even if it is good, they will trash it. Okay. So try as much as possible to put this into concentration while you are applying to this application. Lastly, if you're interested in joining my mentorship program, where I would give you some time, I would concentrate on your application, I would guide you on what to do to even the what's it called, the residence permit application process. You can join the mentorship program. It's not compulsory, but if you want, you can join the mentorship program where I would guide you through people already in that group, and I've assisted some in the previous application, which was successful. If you've checked some of my videos, you would see some of these testimonies in those videos. And I'm very glad that you have subscribed to my channel as well, despite even if you're not in the mentorship group. If you are on this channel, you are still getting everything you need to get, but you just have to put in your own personal effort and try as much as possible to be very, very intentional in your application. So the last statement which I would like to make on this particular video is that applying to universities is like a full-time job. So you have to put a lot of time, a lot of effort. You have to try as much as possible to be very, very creative and also be very, very intentional in what you're doing. Don't just submit, submit, and submit. The more you submit, submit, and submit without verifying, without clarifying, without putting things into consideration, the more rejections you are likely to get. I pray that you won't get this rejection in this next application. I will be glad to see you in Finland in the next years. And till my next video, where I will be talking about some other things you need to take note as regards your Finland application.